Hey guys, this is my first podcast show, and we have Mr. Devansh Lakhani, who is a chartered accountant and also he runs his own company which helps startups to get investments. It was a beautiful podcast and was very insightful to me, and I hope it will be very useful for you guys. We talked about startups in India, personal finance, leadership, and also content creation. I don't want to reveal much to you guys, so grab your earphones and enjoy the show. Welcome to my show, sir. So, first of all, I will let you introduce yourself to the listeners, sir.
Thank you, Lokesh, first of all, for having me on your podcast. It's a pleasure being here. My name is Devansh Lakhani, and I am a chartered accountant, basically, and I run this firm called Lakhani Financial Services. We are based in Mumbai currently, and we are a boutique investment banking firm which specializes in helping startups raise funds from our network of investors, right? So we are working with startups and helping them in their journey of their fundraising. We mentor the startups. We help them prepare, what kind of information that is required to prepare when you go and meet investors. So we help them completely end to end in their journey of fundraising. So a little bit more about myself, it would be that after completing my CA, so I took some kind of experience in corporate finance, in stock markets, in raising funds
Okay.
on the stock markets for listed companies, etc., and handling clients' portfolios, HNI clients' portfolios, and
Yeah.
doing a lot of research in the listed space, basically, and also a little bit on the
Okay.
private company space. So that was
Okay.
my experience, after which I left my firm, and
Okay.
I left that firm and I started my own business, this Lakhani Financial Services, in January
Okay.
2018. And
Yes.
here we are, completely a startup investment advisory boutique firm, currently with a team of 6 people, and
Okay.
growing, and trying to help as many as startup founders as possible,
Yeah.
trying to raise funds for as many startups as possible. So that is what we are doing completely, and that's what about myself.
So, sir, since you deal with startups, so in the last few years, like 2 to 3 years, this startup boom is it can be seen in all over India. Like many startups are getting unicorn positions in just a couple of
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
So, what's your take on it, sir?
I think I had given an interview elsewhere also in one newspaper publication.
Okay.
And there I had mentioned this one very very interesting thing, which forget about the startups which are, they are coming up with, like, the ones which are having a unicorn valuation, who've already become unicorns, like the world knows them right now. So
Yeah. Yeah.
more than them, I would say that, India just is a country where, very very similar to cricket, where in every gully, in every nook and corner, you will get a batsman or a bowler,
Yeah.
you will get a cricketer born out there. In a
Yeah.
similar manner, in India's every gully now, there is a startup being born. There is some kind of
Mm.
innovation happening. There is some kind of technological innovation that is happening. There is something happening in every gully of India. From the
Yeah.
rural cities, there are so many entrepreneurs that have approached us. From the rural cities of India, you will be really really surprised to know. And
Okay.
how we try to help them, or in whatever capacity, if we cannot work with them at the moment, but still whatever advice or suggestion that I can give to them, I try to give them to that. And you will be also surprised to know, more 500 million people are going to come on the internet over the
Internet.
next 5 to 10 years by
Yeah.
2030 in India, and these are majorly people from the rural
Rural areas.
side
Yeah.
of India. So technology is going to play a huge role. Internet with Geo, with all these
Yeah.
things new
Yeah.
now, 5G should come very very soon, probably in the next 4 5 years, 3 4 years. Work is going on by many companies. So this is
Okay.
going to explode, and
Yeah.
people really want to get onto that entrepreneurship bandwagon right now.
Okay.
After jobs becoming difficult in the current
Yeah.
economic scenario also, people want to do something on their own. So yeah, I mean, I just compare the Indian startup ecosystem with the Indian cricket ecosystem.
Okay.
It's there,
Yeah.
in every gully you will find an entrepreneur being born. or
Oh,
already being there. At least
yeah,
one in every gully for sure.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure,
And
sure.
it is just going to increase from here on.
Oh, wow. So, since you have experience in getting investments for startups, what do you think that the first time entrepreneurs are lacking? What facilitation they are lacking in their journey, sir? First time entrepreneurs, what they exactly they don't have, which you provide, sir?
So, see, there are obviously quite a few things which the first time entrepreneurs obviously they would lack also, and they would be missing. But I think very important thing which the first time entrepreneurs, specifically young people, who have just
Yeah.
graduated or who just want to who just want to start a business of their own with their
Hmm.
friends, with their cousins, relatives, etc., and they want to get on this startup bandwagon in India. Uh, those guys, I feel one thing, very important thing they lack is the correct guidance or the mentorship. Okay,
Hmm.
that is one thing which is lacking, because not everyone will get admitted to an incubation center from their state or from the government
Yeah.
who's ruling in the state. Like
Yeah.
Jaipur government or etc.
Okay. Yeah.
There are all the governments have some incubation center.
Yeah.
So not every startup or an entrepreneur is going to get out there. It's not easy. You need to
Yeah.
have something very breakthrough to get out
Hmm.
there. So not everyone is going to have. So what about those people, those young guys, young entrepreneurs who want to start up? That one thing which is missing is the correct guidance and the correct mentoring, the person who can show them the roadmap as to how and where you are supposed to go. Because it's not a cup of cake that you just you become an entrepreneur all of a sudden, or you become a startup founder all of a sudden. Maybe you've not even graduated. Maybe
Yeah.
you've just dropped out of college thinking that Mark Zuckerberg dropped out of college and I will also become like him. No, so
Yeah.
there's a vast difference between that also. So he was from Harvard, you are from a normal university.
Normal. Yeah.
So his education, he's
Yeah.
reached Harvard also. It's a big thing to
Yeah.
reach Harvard also. So there is no comparison. It's like cherries to probably a watermelon or something like that. There is
Okay.
no comparison at all. So that one thing which I feel very strongly is the correct guidance and the mentoring, which if those guys get it correctly, they will have a real understanding of the world of entrepreneurship. वरना क्या हो
Okay.
जाता है that people, especially when you are young,
Hmm.
you get attached to an idea, you get attached to your business. If
Hmm.
you have a business or if you have an idea, आप मन
Yeah.
ही मन वही आइडिया के बारे में ही सोचते
They
रहते हो. You are
think that
just attached to
anything
that
they
idea.
think it will be a $1 billion idea. So whatever
Ha
comes
ha
to.
ha. So they
Yeah.
think my startup, my idea is a unicorn. But
Yeah.
ideas are not unicorn. Execution
Then
is
it's
becomes unicorn.
yeah.
Idea pe nothing happens. So
Okay.
when you are at that stage, it's very important to cultivate your personality, to develop your personal skills, also interpersonal skills, soft skills of a person, and
Hmm.
then go ahead to actually
Yeah.
starting developing that idea into a product. So
Okay.
a lot of things goes inside that guidance, inside that mentoring. But yes, the correct roadmap is to be shown to such people.
Okay.
Definitely, if एक बार कीड़ा लगता है entrepreneurship का, startup का, so
Yeah.
it will come back.
Okay.
It's just that sometimes you just have to take a little bit back foot and
Hmm.
then come back again to it later on with the
Okay.
right mindset, with
Hmm.
the right skill set, and with the right training. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
with the right amount of resources that you require.
Hmm.
Right, entrepreneurship requires resources, it requires capital, it requires a team, it requires contacts and your network in your
Hmm.
industry. So those are the resources. So to develop all these resources you require time,
Yeah.
right? So that is
Yeah.
very important. Yeah.
So, my next question it will be what do investors see in a they see the potential in the idea, or they see the core team, or it's the product, or it's the long term vision of that idea. So, what do investors see actually? Look after for a
So I
yeah.
so look, it's a mix of everything. Okay, investors see
Okay.
a mix of everything. Okay,
Okay.
but the first time, like in India, it's very difficult to get an investment at an idea stage or at a seed stage.
Yeah.
Okay, from professional investors. Like it's
Uh,
little difficult. Okay, it's
mm,
not, India is not Silicon Valley,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it is difficult. Correct. It's not going to be simple. कि आपके पास idea है, you
Mm,
go to an investor straight away, and the investor will trust you. He does not even know you, and
yeah.
he's going to trust you with that. So
Okay.
for that, what I always suggest, or from where I come from, very important to go to an investor is the execution of your idea.
Okay.
And that execution means you have traction, you have a user base, you have a revenue base. What do you have right now currently?
Okay.
So that is very important, that
Okay.
investor will see. Obviously product is important, technology is important, what kind of problem you're solving is important, market opportunity is important,
Yeah.
the other thing that you mentioned, the team is important,
Mm,
everything is important. There's a mix of everything. But
okay.
how important is your current traction? How
Okay.
important is the execution that you have already done?
Mm,
That is of huge importance to an investor also. I will
okay.
just put myself into the shoes. Okay, I'll just put
Yeah.
myself into the shoes of an investor.
Mm,
Okay, or if, for example, you, Lokesh, you put yourself, if you are
yeah.
working hard for your money, you
Okay.
have done something in your life, you are
Mm,
40 years or something, imagine yourself like that.
mm,
And if you are to invest, if a startup founder comes to you with a basic idea,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you are not the Mukesh Ambanis of the earth, that you
Obviously.
have
Yeah.
पैसे के पानी है, मतलब you just
Mm,
put any amount of money and it's you still have loads.
yeah.
People play it sensibly, right? They create
Yeah.
a portfolio of startup investments.
Okay.
So if you just imagine yourself, I imagine myself like that.
Okay.
Why would I invest in a person who just has an idea and who's not done anything to execute it,
Mm,
or whose product is still underdeveloped or developing or something like that?
okay.
It becomes difficult for me to trust that person, especially if he's a first time founder.
Okay.
If he's
So,
Kunal Shah of Cred, then obviously I can invest,
yeah.
because I know, okay, bhai, this guy is going to any which ways in 3 years.
Yeah.
I will get my exit, I will make my money, plus he'll
Yeah.
make the business big.
Yeah, sure.
So you know what I'm trying
Uh,
to say.
yeah, I get it. So,
So that is
yeah.
that is the way investor would think. At least I would think. Having invested in one startup, also I would also think in that manner. Okay, what is the execution? Like, are you relying upon just an outside person to come in to
Mm,
help you with the capital? Then only your
yeah.
business will go on. Nah, then
Mm,
that attitude will not work. And
okay.
that's why the first mentoring and the guidance which I told you, that
Yeah.
resources are important before you start.
Mm. So now, just now you took the example of Kunal Shah. So he is one of the most knowledgeable entrepreneur, I believe. So I follow him very closely.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
he got an exit from Freecharge. Then I came to know that before starting the company named Cred, he got an investment, early investment. So what do you think of it? Yeah. So what do you think of it? Like it's the work he had done before with the Freecharge that has earned him this position, or what is it that he carries?
Again, so the work done at Freecharge, the exit which he gave to his investors, or what
Yeah.
he got, in the
Hmm.
whole journey of the Freecharge,
Okay.
the valuation which he took to Freecharge to,
Hmm.
basically, and
Yeah.
the growth, etc., which he's done to Freecharge, making it pan India, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Plus the contacts that he built during
Hmm.
Freecharge days,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
is very important. Those kind of investors have backed him probably again at Cred. I'm not clearly aware
Yeah.
as who has invested in Cred and what's the story,
Hmm.
but I'm sure there would be one or two of those same investors who might have invested in Freecharge also. So
Yeah.
idea being that those network, again, they back you again. That
Yeah.
network really helps you.
Hmm.
Okay, that you have
Okay.
created one good deal, one good relationship. You know that this person is capable of doing it for you.
Hmm.
Then you will definitely get it. As
So
simple as that.
yeah, yeah, I get that. So how important is networking for a just graduate? Like I graduated just last month. I'm an engineering graduate, and
Okay, wow, congrats.
yeah. So how should one approach someone and move ahead with networking with many people? Like I came to know about you when I searched in LinkedIn, I searched in Google, I got your social media pages. So how should
Yeah.
one approach networking, and how important is it?
So
Yeah.
it's very important. I learned this early in my career, that
Yeah.
networking is of utmost importance. You need to, and especially if you are an introvert person, all the more, please do go out and actually
Yeah.
talk to people, understand. It's okay if you speak less. Networking is always, remember this one thing, this I learned.
Okay.
Networking is always about listening more to the other person than you saying a lot of things. Okay,
Mm.
you need to understand that, okay, what this guy is bringing value in my life or in my business. How can what is it, something that he's trying to share, what is the knowledge that I am gaining from him. So that's
Yeah.
why number one, networking is about listening, and number
Mm.
two, networking is about giving. Okay, what
Mm.
do I mean by giving? That when you are networking at an event, be very very conscious that you want to help that other person with his or her demands
Mm.
wherever you can help.
Mm.
Okay, if you all are from the same industry, he's looking for a client which you know, or you know of that person who can give that client to him. So be very very open and happy to share that person's contact with you. that is
Okay.
that is what I mean by giving. If he is
Okay.
looking for a vendor but he is not
Mm.
getting, and you
Mm.
are very close to one of the types of vendors that that person is looking for, then you should
Mm.
be immediately ready that, okay, I'm going to connect you with him.
Mm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
networking is about, first of all, listening from the other
Mm.
person, second of all about giving. These two very very
Mm.
important aspects of networking. People go to networking as if by, you want to debate, you want to discuss, it is about name,
Mm.
I should be on top, I should, like, my opinions matter more than yours, rather than
Mm.
I letting you speak, I will
Mm.
speak more. So it does not happen. Then you are making a joke out of your time, you're wasting your time networking. But
Okay.
networking is of utmost
Does
importance. You
does
should.
MBA and networking are something that has some relationship? Like people, most of them do MBA just for getting some networks from MBA colleges. So, what's your take on that?
So I think, yeah, I think MBA from from whatever colleges students are studying, it definitely helps to build your network.
Hmm.
But then those network are again from your age group only.
Yeah.
So you have not climbed a step ahead, or you have not
Hmm.
networked with a person who is senior to you,
Okay.
not only by age but by knowledge, and by
Ah.
the experience that he or she
Hmm.
has. So during your college days in MBA, you are
Hmm.
networking with the same age group people, na? You are almost
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
same level with those guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so that does not, obviously some of them would be very intelligent, some of them would be average, etc.
Hmm.
But it's very important on with whom you network during MBA. If you're going to stay with people who are lower than you, then that networking will not make sense.
Yeah.
If you're going to stay with people who are
Hmm.
obviously, who are doing good, and
Yeah.
not only education wise, I don't mean education
Yeah.
wise,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Hmm.
myself am not much into education, but knowledge wise, like,
Yeah.
when you speak with
Yeah.
someone, you understand, okay, what kind of a mindset he or she has.
Hmm.
So that wise, like, how are you being able to vibe with that person? Is that person more intelligent? you know
Hmm.
does he have some good value addition or topics to share or to speak on? So
Hmm.
those kind of things, not
Okay.
just bookish kind of studies or
Yeah.
education, not that
Yeah.
way.
Okay.
So yes, of course, MBA definitely works for sure.
Okay. So actually, I was thinking. I am in the process of thinking at whether I have to do MBA or not. Actually, I am. I
Though
have
I am not
decided.
an MBA, I am a chartered accountant. But
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever I
Yeah.
know little, I think MBA from the top B schools would be definitely more worth it. As much
Yeah.
as I have heard,
Okay.
I'm sorry if someone is who is going to listen who is not from a B school, top B school, but I'm really not sure. I'm not from an MBA background. This is completely from what I've heard from my other MBA friends.
Okay.
But yeah, if you can make good utilization of your time there, then please do that. I mean, nothing more better than that.
Okay.
Create a good friendship, good friends. Also, everything works. I mean, it's all cool.
Okay.
We can't think about networking every time when you are in a college or something. You're more there to probably create good friends who
Good
will
friends.
who will be
Yeah.
there with you for lifelong.
Yeah.
Okay, some of them might not do very well in their life, some of them might not be at the top level or something, but it's fine. You are there
Hmm.
to become an
Yeah.
MBA, also to create good friends, your circle also. And
Hmm.
obviously अगर उसमें network हो गया तो हो
हाँ.
गया. Networking का another thing which I've learned is,
Yeah.
don't go in an event or in if to study MBA or something with a goal कि हाँ मुझे networking करना है.
Hmm.
It should be
Okay.
very natural. It's a natural process.
Okay.
you keep on developing and
then only like
practicing it.
तभी
As I
आपको
said,
हाँ बोलिए.
yeah, as I said, allow yourself to listen more, to grasp more from the people whom you are speaking.
Yeah.
The more you
So
grasp, you become
yeah,
much more better.
yeah,
Absorb,
yeah.
absorb, absorb.
Mm,
And where you'll create that energy within you, then you will be able to release. Then you will become the knowledgeable person. Then you will
mm.
speak. You will speak like that.
And I think people have a tendency that just now you spoke about being natural about your networking. So I think if it is
Yeah.
natural, then only that network you have got that network, and it can come till more what to say, like after 10 years also you
It
will
can
be the
expand.
same
Yeah.
network. Yeah, it can be expand. So if it's
Correct.
natural
Correct.
only, it
Correct.
will happen.
Never.
If it's okay, yeah.
Yeah. Never go with a goal कि नहीं मुझे आज इस बंदे के साथ network करना है. Today I
Okay.
need to crack this deal. I need to network with this person. No,
Hmm.
that will never work. मतलब. Then you are going with a selfish motive. And then
Hmm.
anything selfish motive you leave, then it's not going to happen.
Not gonna
Networking is not
happen.
about being selfish. You have to be selfless. You
Okay.
need to give and you need to listen. Very, very
Hmm.
important things. And
Hmm.
don't have a selfish motive.
Okay.
Okay, malab,
Yeah.
in your mindset you cannot have that selfish motive. That
Hmm.
nahi, I have to go out here. I'm
Hmm.
studying MBA. I'm
Hmm.
putting my father's 20 lakhs, 25 lakh rupees fees. I'm taking a
Yeah.
loan, 20, 25 lakhs, because I want to network with people
Network.
out there who are probably of the same age as me,
Yeah.
who are
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
going to add value. No,
Oh.
then it's just a reason you are telling to the world, but really
Hmm.
you are going to MBA to get a job later on, and that is what you
Hmm.
will settle at then.
Okay. So next thing will be about what is the difference about that Indian startup ecosystem and rest of the world, because India is being currently being like a hotspot for every investors. Like in the pandemic situation itself, there were many investments happening in many of the
Yeah,
startups. So
yeah.
what do you think about it? What's special or what's changing in Indian startup ecosystem?
See, as I mentioned earlier, I think technology is booming in India. Uh,
Mm,
uh, Internet is going to come up very, very quickly in the rural places of India also. The
mm,
consumer base is just so huge in India that
mm,
you can really cater, like, to masses, billions of people. Matlab,
mm,
it's that big. We
yeah.
can't even imagine. There are so many circuits and so many small pockets in India where you can create a business or you can create a startup and it can fly. Like, it
Mm,
can really grow.
mm,
So that's what people are taking cognizance of in India.
okay.
People are, that's why, more interested in investing in the startup ecosystem in India, where
Mm,
there are genuine problems being solved, where
mm,
there are technological innovations that are happening, where
mm,
there is scalability which is in someone's vision that this can be scaled up.
mm,
So these are some of the reasons why people are looking to invest in India. There is
mm,
huge scope. Like, there is a lot of scope in India, for
mm.
sure. For
Yeah, yeah.
every business or for
Mm,
everything that you want to do.
mm.
From a chai ki tapri se leke, the biggest of the
Ah,
from to cred, basically. There is
mm,
a scope for every business that you want to do.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have a lot of scope in our rural,
Mm,
rural tier 2, tier 3
mm,
kind of markets.
mm,
Many startup founders being born out of there, and they
yeah.
want to make a change in their vicinity, in their locality, and their kind of
Mm,
location. And
mm,
that's very, very good to see.
mm,
It might take time, it might take less time, more time. That all is, depending on how they're executing, etc. But
mm.
definitely there is a huge scope.
Okay. And I think it will be interesting to ask this question particularly to you, because you
Yeah.
find investment for startups. Okay. So what's your take on bootstrapping a business? Because it has
On
more
what? On what?
bootstrapping a business.
Oh, I am for it. Completely, I'm for it. Like, you
Okay.
need to bootstrap. If
Okay.
you don't bootstrap, then who is going to? Why will anyone give you money?
Yeah.
If you don't put your own
Okay.
money in your own company, in your own
Hmm.
business, why
Hmm.
should I put?
Hmm.
That's my only first and foremost simple logic to any founder who tells me, "Sir, I can't bootstrap or something."
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I'm looking straight away for outside capital.
Hmm.
I'm like, why will anyone put? Would you put any, if you have 10 lakhs of your hard earned money,
Yeah.
would you put in someone who has not put even 1 rupee in his own company?
Never, never. I
Why
won't
would
talk to
anyone?
him again. Yeah.
Yeah, bus fold your hands and go ahead. So
Yeah.
it's as simple as that. So bootstrapping, jokes aside, but yes,
Yeah.
that is one of the very logical reasons which I
Hmm.
tell to the people who approach me also.
Hmm.
I'm like, see, that's again why the correct mentoring and the guidance which I mentioned earlier comes into picture.
Yeah.
That you need that correct guidance to actually tell that person, okay, you need to invest after graduation or during graduation. Please invest that time in your
Hmm.
personal development, skill development,
Hmm.
get training under someone, and the resources. For
Hmm.
what I mean by resources is your capital,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
and your knowledge about the business and
Hmm.
about your networks and contacts with
Okay.
vendors, with prospective clients, with industry specialists, with
Hmm.
mentors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Build those things.
Hmm.
3 to 4 years should go in building those things. You
Hmm.
cannot just jump into startup entrepreneurship. It
Okay.
takes time. It's not a piece of cake. And
Yeah.
that's why that capital which you earn while probably working somewhere doing a job
Hmm.
or something like that,
Hmm.
working under your mentor, find a mentor for yourselves and go and work for him. If you
Okay.
have to work for 6 months for free under him, work for free.
Hmm.
But if you want to do something, then you need to do like that. I did the
Hmm.
same way. I worked for very
Okay.
very less. Even I completed my CA afterwards. For six
Oh.
months I worked for very very less amount.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I wanted to learn that. That was my
Hmm.
passion, stock markets and research and everything. So I did that. Not a
Okay.
problem. Okay.
Hmm.
But yes, I understand not everyone would be financially
Yeah.
well do or something like that.
Hmm.
But still, like find something. If you'll
Hmm.
find, you will get it. You will get something for sure. It will take time.
Hmm.
But yeah, bootstrapping is of utmost importance. You can't just jump to outside investors.
Okay. So, yeah, actually, you are giving very much bright insights for everyone, for every listeners, and I want to talk about personal finance. So, I know you do personal finance with the help of a company for other clients also. So,
Yeah, yeah.
is it important? What is the ideal time for a person? Like start early, be good, or you can do it when you earn a lot of money. So what will be the ideal time, and what takes to start personal finance?
So, I would like to quote Warren Buffett out here.
Okay.
He has mentioned that he regrets that he did not start investing at the age of 10 or 11, if I'm not wrong, and he
Mm.
started like 2 years, 3 years later, maybe by
Yeah.
14 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has mentioned this somewhere, and that's his quote, that I regret that I did not start investing at age of 9 or 10 or 11, something like that,
Mm.
and I
Okay.
started at 14.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm.
so the earlier you start, you become more financially free, more educated financially, more
Yeah.
knowledgeable. You always have an upper hand, vis-a-vis your other colleagues, your friends, your
Mm.
cousins, etc. And you will always be that person to whom people would seek advice from. Okay,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
if something they want to discuss about finance and you
Mm.
have the knowledge, for example, because you have studied these topics, okay,
Mm.
because you
Yeah.
yourself have invested,
Mm.
then people will come to you, okay, where should I invest in this location, like tell me what should I do,
Mm.
right? So
Yeah.
people are really unaware about personal finance, and it's
Mm.
very important where you invest. When do
Mm.
you start? Like, you should start investing from the day you start earning.
Okay.
I had also made that mistake. When I started earning my stipend in my
Mm.
articleship, I did not invest because I did not know personal finance.
Okay.
So I also make that mistake, and people make. But if
Mm.
some, because I was not really exposed to so many podcasts and YouTube and all those things that
Yeah.
time. This I'm talking 10 years back. But
Mm.
9-10 years back, I'm sure there
Mm.
were quite a lot of things. Technology was there that time. It's not.
Mm.
I'm not talking 50
Yeah.
years
Yeah.
back, but
Yeah.
I myself had not made myself that much exposed. No
Mm.
excuses.
Mm.
But as and when I came to know more about it,
Mm.
definitely I started investing from day one. From the
Mm.
time I started learning, I started investing. So you need to start investing. You
Mm.
need to find out a proper asset class for yourself. You know that whether you want to do mutual funds, SIPs in mutual funds, whether you want to do direct stock markets, direct equity, whether you want to do now cryptos are very popular, so whether
Yeah.
you want to do cryptos also, you know.
So have
So
you invested
try
in
to figure out.
crypto?
Not yet.
Okay.
I would be willing to.
Okay.
Hopefully, I can invest pretty soon. I'm doing some research on it,
Okay.
on which ones to invest. I'm still
Mm.
studying. I'm still gaining knowledge about that space.
Mm.
I don't want to just invest for the sake of it, and I'm not going
Yeah.
to trade on it. If I'll
Okay.
invest, it will be for the long term.
Long term.
So I
Okay.
don't want to trade on it, and
Mm.
I don't feel right now is the right time. I feel there's a lot of what do you say?
Government issues and
Uh,
all, like they are planning not
no,
to regulate.
government issues also, but I think there's a lot of uh, spurge in the market. Like there is a lot of
Mm.
that bubble kind of thing is being created,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
having been in the
Dogecoin bubble.
yeah, Dogecoin, Bitcoin,
Yeah.
everything. I think things are obviously said out of proportion also. And having
Yeah.
been in the stock market, I've seen such bubbles being created when there is a huge,
Mm.
daily there are new highs and all these things being
Yeah. Yeah.
created.
Yeah.
So I feel right now is not the right time, and not all cryptos are going to work.
Mm.
Okay, there would be. In fact, today only, I think on Instagram, we posted a reel or something, a video. I'm
Mm.
saying not all cryptos are going to work also.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we have
Mm.
right now 100 plus cryptos.
Yeah.
Probably 95% of them will not be there over the next five
Next.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you need to be very careful, and that's why I'm taking my time. I'm not in any hurry to invest here.
Okay.
I'm not in any hurry to invest even in an NFT. Uh,
Mm.
I'm taking my time. I'm doing more research, and
Mm.
then we'll see. When the time is right,
Okay.
uh, maybe to invest a certain small percentage
Mm.
of my portfolio there.
Yeah.
But
So.
otherwise, yeah, for youngsters, even
Mm.
if they're looking at crypto, please invest. I mean, please research. Don't
Yeah.
invest to trade to earn that 20% profit in one week.
Mm.
उसमें मजा आता है, but
Mm.
उसमें जब जब
गया तो गया
गिरता है तब
अगेन
पूरी
हाँ
तरह से
या
बहुत
हाँ
So be careful,
या
research and invest.
या
And yeah, there are other many asset classes for
Mm.
youngsters: mutual funds, direct stocks,
या
gold is very good. Please
okay
have a certain percentage in gold.
okay
Gold is
so
very,
by
very
gold
good.
you mean e-gold or jewelries or what like
So it depends, like if you're getting your income in cash, buy physical gold. If you're
okay
getting very, very practically, if you get your income in cash, go and buy physical
mm.
gold. If you get income in check
digital
and white,
yeah
please buy digital gold, but buy gold, stay with gold.
mm.
It's a good asset class against inflation, against
Mm.
you know uh,
Mm.
recessions, so to
Mm.
say. So please do have a certain percentage in gold.
Okay, if now let me ask you this: if a person doesn't is a zero in investment or in stocks in crypto, he doesn't know anything, but he has investment idea and has a cash with him. So where should he put his money except FD?
Is there
Because
is this about yourself?
no, no, no. Think of a person. Think of my father. He's 48 now, and he is planning to reduce his businesses. So, what will you advise, and where will he? What would you advise him to put his money in? Like, except for fixed deposit, because fixed deposits interest rate and the inflation. So, there's a thing in it.
So
So,
I would say if he has a good amount of cash,
yeah,
okay, I
yeah.
would say so I would first obviously want to understand his goal also. So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Just in first for the sake of this example, what is his goal? Is his goal to earn some monthly kind of a cash flow
Yeah,
income, passive
yeah,
income?
yeah, yeah.
Is
Hmm.
that the goal?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It, yeah. So and if okay, so if that is the goal, and he's looking, if he has a decent sum, okay,
Hmm.
decent sum of money, that person,
Hmm.
then I would also suggest to probably invest in certain real estate also.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
yeah, real
Hmm.
estate is definitely a good investment. We are
Hmm.
also in the downward interest rate cycle. So with certain amount of loans or whatever, if you want to club it up, etc.
Hmm.
Maybe commercial, but commercial because of this lockdown and everything, it is little bit
Yeah.
dicey. But
Yeah.
otherwise, real estate kind of residential real estate also, if
Hmm.
in your locality or something, the rental rates are good, the rental yields
Yeah.
are good. I would
Hmm.
also suggest real estate is very good. It's a
Hmm.
hedge against anything and everything. Everyone
Yeah.
wants a place to live.
Okay.
So if you're going to give them a good place to live,
Hmm.
people will come and rent that property out. Okay, so you will
Okay.
definitely get a good deal and a good
Hmm.
place out there. And plus, the
Okay.
appreciation will happen because right now the markets are not that great.
Hmm.
But yes, the markets can improve. And yeah, other than real estate, again, as I said, gold, he
Hmm.
can do in equities.
Hmm.
Equities is obviously very, very good, and
Okay.
currently is doing a very, very fab job for investors. So
Hmm.
equities either directly or mutual funds,
Hmm. Okay.
depending on his risk taking criteria,
Hmm.
we can decide a certain allocation for him. But yeah,
Okay.
these 3 4 asset classes should be good.
Hmm. So, my it's a personal question.
Okay.
Actually I started this YouTube because I have a startup idea, and because of this Corona situation and pandemic. So, it's a financial situation actually. So it is postponed. It's basically a tech app related to sports. So. For that I started the channel, so that I can before I can start my own startup, I can get a customer base, basically from a business
Community,
perspective.
community,
Yeah, I can build a
community
community.
base.
Yeah, I can build a community, so that in future I
That's
can
very
mark.
good, very good.
Yeah, so I can market my app or my tech through this community. So it will be a what to say, like it is ready, the community will be ready till my app or my tech is
Yeah,
launched. So uh,
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah,
That's a
and
very good
I
idea.
also know that you are active in Instagram, you put reels, you put informative reels, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, actually I found you through the reels itself.
Correct,
Um
correct.
and also I also put daily reels about very basic but very needful contents, like what today I posted what is Nifty. So most of them, they
Okay,
heard Nifty but they don't know what is Nifty. So like
correct.
that, yeah, so I am like giving useful content to them, so that
Very good, very good.
yeah. So what's your take on the social media? So what part does social media play in building a startup? Or because every startup founders nowadays are very active in social media, like for
Okay.
good example is Kunal Shah, he is very active in Twitter, LinkedIn.
So
Yeah,
I
and
will tell you a counter. I'll tell you a counter of this.
yeah.
Uh, so see, Kunal Shah and all these guys are pretty big. Okay, I don't want
Hmm.
to talk
Hmm.
about those guys. I'll rather talk about people who are starting up and who are making their
Hmm.
way up right now.
Hmm.
So to be honest, out there, I don't see many startup founders active on social media, nor on LinkedIn,
Hmm.
nor on Twitter, nor on Instagram.
So they should
Okay,
be, or
they should be. They should be.
ah,
There is no way you cannot be active out there,
okay.
right? What you are
Hmm.
doing is absolutely right. Be active.
Okay.
Get active on
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Get active on all the other platforms, whichever is there. But
Hmm.
to my surprise, I don't see the startup founders being actively involved in the social
Hmm.
media postings. They are
Hmm.
not creating a personal brand for themselves. Okay,
Yeah.
so they are not really coming, they are not really coming out in the market and
Hmm.
talking to people by themselves.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
that is what they should be doing. Probably
Okay.
coming on Instagram, creating a YouTube channel. It might be a
Hmm.
B2B business, no problem.
Hmm.
Still come
Hmm.
on Instagram.
Yeah.
Mine is a B2B business. I'm working
Yeah.
with startup companies, founders of
Yeah.
them. In a
Yeah.
manner, it's B2B. In one manner, you can say B2C also, because most of the founders are one only.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
don't have a big team or something like that. So it's fine. It's a mix
Hmm.
of B2B and B2C. Okay.
Hmm.
But I am there. I am there. You
Hmm.
need to be there. You can't be dependent on paid ads every time. You can't be
Hmm.
dependent on SEO and everything. This all takes a
Yeah.
lot of money. But
Yeah.
what when you don't have that money? What
Hmm.
if that? What when you're just starting out? That time what?
Hmm. Yeah.
That time what? And that's where this guidance, which I told you, the early guidance, is very important. Because what the young founders they come up with, just they want to build the product. They want to build some kind of, because most of them are from tech background, right?
Yeah.
They just want to build the product.
Hmm.
Now that is what there's a wonderful book called Traction. I
Okay.
forgot the author's name. In that, in the initial pages, it's written, whenever you are working on a startup idea, I hope this helps you also when you're going to work and you are on the right path, Lokesh.
Yeah.
So when you're working on a startup idea, always invest 50% in the product development, 50% of your total resources, and 50% of your total resources in marketing it before
Okay.
probably it is launched also.
Hmm.
And resources means again not only money, it means
Yeah,
your
yeah.
money, your networks, your contacts that you build, okay, your time, your
Yeah, yeah.
effort,
Okay.
everything. That is a culmination definition of resources.
Resources. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
need to invest in that marketing. And
Hmm.
I don't see they just have a firm page and people are posting,
Hmm.
but some of them obviously have good viewership, etc., no doubt
Hmm.
about that, but
Hmm.
most of them don't, and most of them are not active. At least
Hmm.
I have not seen. I might be wrong also, and hopefully I'm wrong. I wish
Hmm.
I am wrong,
Okay.
but I have not come across, because even on LinkedIn, if people are active, uh, they are passively active, they are
Yeah.
reading,
Ah.
okay, they are scrolling on Instagram,
Hmm.
they're scrolling other people's posts,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah.
they are not posting, and which
Hmm.
is where I some for some reason I get
Hmm.
little bit this thing about it ki, yaar, why you're not posting?
Yeah.
Just post,
Yeah.
just post.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is what needs to be done. Like, you need to be out there.
Okay.
In
So
fact,
I
Gary
think,
Vaynerchuk says this
yeah.
about stop caring, just post. So
Ah.
people watch him, but then don't take action. I mean, take action, post.
Yeah, but
Don't
they
just
do,
scroll.
but they
Don't just
don't do
go
that.
through your,
Yeah.
yeah, at night when you are, when people are spending so much time on social media or something, don't
Hmm.
just scroll.
Hmm.
Okay, you are just a passive person out there, and you are just consuming. Don't consume.
Yeah.
Throw out content. Throw out content.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, give
So
it a
I,
burst of content.
yeah, I hope you said that founders are not they're passively active in social media. I think,
Yeah, they are passively active. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I think, do they think they lack content to put in? Like, I don't know anything.
I think more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think more than content, they lack the confidence.
Mm.
I think they are feeling that they will be judged by someone.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
I think more than content, content is like people. I feel there are so many people more talented than me.
Mm.
Probably I'm not the most talented person.
Yeah.
I don't have enough knowledge. Also, I would say I'm evolving in that space.
Mm.
But I put in the action to whatever that I have. I put it out there.
Mm.
And there are so many people. I talk to some brilliant minds, brilliant founders,
Mm.
but they are nowhere to be seen on social media. I can't find their
Mm.
LinkedIn accounts. I can't find anything.
Mm.
कोई दूसरे नाम से किया होगा तो पता नहीं, बट वही नाम से
हाँ.
कॉमन पर्सन तो
हाँ.
वही नाम से देखेगा, तो वो
हाँ. हाँ.
for many people I don't find it.
Mm. So,
So that is
yeah.
very strange, and I feel
Okay.
that is somewhere not related with lack of content or lack of money or lack of ideas. It's
Yeah.
related to lack of confidence and a fear of
Confidence.
being judged.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So, this is one thing I talk with my circle, my friends, my college friends. I talk more about it. Like, in this day and age, is being a specialist very appreciated, or being a generalist is very appreciated? Because if you are a founder of a company, then you have to know many things. You have to know the tech, you have to know the marketing, you have to put content, you have to manage a team. So you have to have a good
I will
vision.
tell you. I'll give you a couple of answers to this. It's a beautiful question that you've asked,
Yeah.
and thanks that you asked this thing. So first of all, you don't need to know everything. As you said, na, you need to know tech, you need to know
Mm,
sales, you need to know marketing, you need to know this, you need to know that.
mm,
You don't need to know everything.
yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
but still, you need to be a general. What did you say? General specialist or
Generalist.
generalist?
Generalist. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to be a generalist. This is when I'm talking initial level pe, when you start.
Yeah. Mm.
It's fine, you don't know everything. You are a
Yeah.
human. You have probably just graduated from engineering. You are a CA, so you know finance. You are MBA in marketing, you know marketing. It's okay, you don't know everything.
Yeah.
But you need to be a generalist, especially if you're doing it alone. If you have 2-3 founders, friends who are knowing one departments from different departments, so that's wonderful. But I'm talking here of a person who is going to do alone, like myself. I started it alone.
Yeah.
So I'll talk for someone who's going to probably do it alone. Uh, it's okay, you don't know everything. Figure it out on the way. It's a journey. It's a process. Figure it out
Yeah.
on the way. वो सब. Here's the definition of out of the way. So, from a place remote or secluded. Yeah. So, figure it out on the way. It's absolutely fine. It's a journey. Figure it out on the way. You know, there is if you're driving, you don't know the way how to go to the destination. Google Maps is there.
Yeah.
रास्ते पे लोग भी होते हैं. You can ask them. It's the same with business or entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
There is Google Maps available. There is Google only available.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are people available. You'll get good mentors, advisors. Talk to them. Again, that's why networking very important. So you'll find out ways. Okay,
Yeah.
you'll find out if you are good at finance. You'll find out how to do marketing. You'll find out how to do sales. You know, you'll start learning about those things regularly, more often, basically. So you'll find out, and that's why you need to be a generalist in the start. It's fine, you don't know everything, and be a
Yeah.
generalist.
Okay.
As you evolve as a company, as a firm, okay, that time what will happen in this journey, you will start knowing everything.
Yeah.
Okay, because you have started building that thing that you know, you started building from zero. And you didn't know anything, you just knew finance as a CA. But slowly you'll start building, you'll start knowing about marketing, sales, technology, everything, team management, operations. But when you know all these things, you will start specializing only in one or two things. Okay, what do I mean by
Yeah.
that? You'll start, you'll have the knowledge of, you'll gain knowledge of everything, but you'll start hiring people for that.
Yeah.
So you will have to, you will become a specializing person, wherein your role would more become team management. Okay, leadership, those kind of things. You'll start evolving towards that, overlooking things, doing the big
Okay.
contracts, the big deals, talking to investors, closing deals out there with the investors, talking with the big clients. You will go out there. फिर जो बेसिक उसके नीचे का सेल्स है, मार्केटिंग है, टेलीकॉलिंग है, SEO है, डिजिटल मार्केटिंग है, that you will not be doing, though you would be having the full knowledge now because you have done it in the start.
So for
Knowledge
that,
पूरा है,
to
but
to achieve that, so I have to raise leaders with me. Like if I am being a founder, I am being a leader of the startup.
Yeah, you can
then,
say that.
Yeah.
You can say that. You either raise leaders, you either start with you know, young people themselves as your teammates. It's absolutely fine. You train them, you first acquire knowledge,
Yeah.
and you give knowledge to them, so they start building those blocks slowly एक एक block
Yeah.
बनते रहता है. Okay, then they become excel in marketing. If you have appointed someone in marketing, they become excel in marketing. Okay,
Yeah.
you remove yourself from marketing, you go to the next step, you go to the next step. Same with sales,
Yeah.
same with advisory, same with technology, whatever.
Yeah.
Like that. So
Okay.
in short, if I have to say, starting mein you don't know anything, but you need to be a generalist and start knowing everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
learning everything, grasping everything, so that you can put those things into your business. Later on, as you grow, you hire people for those departments, for those blocks which you acquired knowledge. Then you impart knowledge to them, train them, hire them. Then they start building their departments, and you go a step above, and then you specialize in one thing, which is team management, which is leadership, which is
Yeah.
doing the big deals, those kind of things. So
So,
now you know everything, but you are a specialist.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a process.
Yeah. So I will now link all your handles in the description. I will give your
Sure,
website, your LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. You are in every social media, unlike other founders. So I will give everything in the description. You can check it out. And thank you, sir. So it was a nice talk.
Thank you,
You were
Lokesh.
very informative. I hope the listeners would enjoy it. So I hope
Thank you.
we can do more podcast because you are an experienced CA, because many chartered accountants would love to hear from you, and also many startup founders would, yeah. So we will see to that.
Sure. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes. Would love to be a part,
yeah,
and love to contribute in whatever manner
yeah,
my
sir.
knowledge, in whatever manner to your
Yeah,
audience, whoever listens.
yeah,
So thanks a lot, Lokesh. Thank you.
yeah, sir. Thank you. Thank you.